Okay, so we're going to make zucchini bread out of these beautiful guys that Mark got from his work. And let's see, here it is. Here are the little tins we're gonna put them in so I can give them away. And then we're gonna make one big one. Let's see. Just do one of these for my coworkers. They get a big one. And so, three of these are going to neighbors, one of them is going back to Mark's work, and then this one's going to my work because y'all are a bunch of filthy animals who eat everything, and I want to feed you. So, here we go. Okay, so I grated the zucchini, and it had big seeds in it like this, and it smelled like squash, like a pumpkin, and I was like, hold up, like, can I make zucchini bread out of this? And then I called the old faithful grandparents, and Mama wasn't there, but Papa was, and he said that I can make zucchini bread out of it. It will end up being sweeter maybe because it's more squash-like. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to continue to grade, and I hope it turns out because I'm feeding a lot of people with this batch. So fingers crossed. Okay, so here's my grandma's zucchini recipe, and I make some changes to make it vegan. So she says 3 eggs. So for every egg we do 1/4 applesauce. So applesauce, and I'm gonna double this batch. So I'm gonna actually do 6 eggs. So 3/4 plus 3/4, 1.5. Right? Yes. Yes. Yes, 1.5. Okay. Okay, so honestly, if ever I'm not sure about fractions and measuring, I'll just do it as many times. So this is 1/4, and we need 6 eggs. So we'll do this 1/4 6 times. Boom, 6. And now we're going to do 1 cup oil, but I actually do coconut oil instead of like vegetable oil or olive oil or anything else. I'm pretty sure I have enough of that too. We'll see. Okay, so it says, calls for 1 cup oil, but we're gonna do 2 cups because we're making 2 batches, and that is solid right now, so I'm actually just gonna put it in the window and let it warm up in the sunlight. So I don't know, I think my grandma just does regular sugar. Mama, correct me if I'm wrong. But I like to do brown sugar. I don't know why. And Emma, I'm sorry, you said 2.5 cups sugar. I'm gonna do 2 cups. I always do 2 cups, and I feel like it's plenty sweet. So, adjusting it accordingly. And then we call for, what do we call for next? We call for vanilla, and it says 3 teaspoons, so we're going to do 6. And I keep my vanilla in the fridge. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it's pure vanilla from Trader Joe's. And so I just figured, can't hurt to keep it in the fridge. Yahoo! Tiny house, big cooking is hard. You should see my workstation. No space. A bottle because I'm a mess, and putting that back into the fridge. And the grated zucchini, so it calls for 2 cups, so we're trying to get 4. Let's see right here. This might just be perfect. There's 2. Wow! how that worked out. Still a little solid, but let's grab a, can manipulate. Oh yeah, it's pretty soft. All right. Boom. You guys have backup coconut oil? Yes, we do. We have like 4 more back there because we run through it. Okay, and next cup. Okay, let's zap it. So I'm gonna bring you over here. So I have a trick that usually when I plug this in, the lowest speed still makes food go flying everywhere. So what I like to do is put a little cover over it. So we'll do this. That was the lowest speed that it was on. So it's gonna be spraying things everywhere. So I just like to put this guy on top and then go from there. Dry stuff. So putting the dry stuff together, it almost fell. 3 cups of flour. So we need 6 cups of flour. I hope we have enough flour. We definitely don't have enough in here, but we might have enough in storage. So let's see. Ha-ha! There's more! I'm so happy. Okay, so this will be a lot easier. So being that we live in a tiny house, we have only one of everything, and we try to have things that fit multiple purposes. Obviously not everything can, but so like cups, at most of the places we've lived, we've had multiple set of cups, measuring cups. That way, if you're making stuff, you can do dry cup, wet cup. You don't have to wash it all the time. But now, we are strictly a 1 cup family. So, washing it all the time, making sure it's dry. With some flour. Oh! I just remembered. We have a sifter. Shook, shook. Oh. And now I'm just going to put the 1 cup of flour through this sifter. To be honest, I don't know what this does, but I know it's good to do it. So we're gonna do it. Make sure I don't spill it everywhere, because that would be awful. I'm just gonna, no, dry. That's my grandma's recipe. All this flour. Salt, soda, and baking powder, 1 teaspoon of each. Oh, salt. 2 batches. We're going to do 2 teaspoons. That's my tisp. I would probably get yelled at for doing this over the bucket. And then soda and powder. One of them you're supposed to keep in the fridge. I honestly don't know which one it is, so I put both of them in the fridge. The flat part here, scoop, and scrape. So these guys can go home. And now, cinnamon. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I just am one of those people who are like, measurements? More like guidelines. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just slowly mix this guy in. So I'll just take a cup here and kind of sprinkle it. Mix. So let's do 2 stations here. Can't fit this guy on the counter. Ah! Now I add in chocolate chips, and here they are. And I usually, if I'm making it for myself, I add in walnuts as well. But because I don't know if people are allergic, if I'm giving them away, I don't put them in. So I just do chocolate chips because who doesn't love chocolate chips? And these are Trader Joe's semi-sweet chocolate chunks, and they are vegan dark chocolate. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oil the pans up a little bit. So first I gotta take this tape off. These are the lids. These are the things that are going in. So when people get them, I don't want it to be a struggle for them to get out. And so what I will do is I will just take a paper towel and I will take coconut oil and I will just, that's too much. Get some coconut oil and then rub it around. So I'm going to first just touch. and then we'll rub later because I don't want to rub too much into one, not enough in the other. I might end up just using the small pans and not the big one because I don't know if we'll have enough, honestly. I'm going to try to remember for some of them, I'm going to, halfway through baking, put some brown sugar on the top to like crystallize it to the top. That way you get that crunchy, sugary feeling, but I always say that and then I always forget. So we'll see. These in the sink. I'm going to fill all of these about 3/4 of the way, about to here, and then it'll hopefully rise. We will see. I don't know. We made enough, so this is going to turn out pretty good. Now we wait. Okay, so they came out and I tried it. Turns out I was distracted when I was putting in the sugar because I put in the amount of sugar for one batch and I doubled the batch. That's why I always am scared of double batches because one, you're using so much stuff, and then two, it's like if you forget something then you've just wasted all that stuff. So actually they're really good still, like they're good zucchini bread, it just doesn't taste sweet. It just tastes like zucchini and chocolate chips and bread. It's okay. If you're a healthy person, you might like it.